Hey guys, it's Jim G from JimG'sCoachingClub.com, and on this episode of my Airbnb video cheat sheet, I'm going to show you how to Airbnb your house, your apartment, or your home to easily earn $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 from Airbnb. It's easy to do if you just follow my steps, and I'm going to show you how to do that right here. So if you want to escape your 9 to 5, or you just don't have enough current income to pay your bills, or do the things that you would like to be able to do, and it's causing you stress, if you're open to Airbnb, I'm going to show you how to Airbnb your house, Airbnb your apartment, and how to Airbnb your home. Everyone's heard of Airbnb, but most people don't know how to use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a simple way to earn income from Airbnb and capitalize on the booming Airbnb sharing economy. And this will give you, if you do it right, the financial relief that you need. It'll help you with achieving more financial independence, and it'll possibly help you even achieve complete financial freedom. So this video will introduce you to some of my Airbnb playbook proven strategies, techniques, tips that you'll be able to implement right now, right here, today. So one thing I'll tell you is that I always keep it simple. So for anyone who wants to learn how to list properties on Airbnb, how to host on Airbnb, how to list your shared rooms on Airbnb, and do it in a way that's really low tech, low resources, low cash, then that's what I'm going to show you. But before we get started, what I'm going to ask is that you share, like, and comment below if you do like what I'm going to show you today. The other thing is subscribe to my channel if you want to get more instruction on how to Airbnb your property for not just earning a little bit of income, a little bit of extra income, which is okay, it's fine, but my goal is to show you how to get started, and I do it in a way that is really simple so that a couple of things can happen. One, you can accomplish your immediate goal, which is to earn some Airbnb income. Just to earn some extra income, to get some relief, some financial relief, right? But then take what you learn and then build on it, right? So that you can actually build an Airbnb passive income business. That's the goal. So now you're going from just Airbnb passive income or extra income and financial relief to actually having a full-fledged Airbnb business using short-term rentals and rental arbitrage and subletting to give you full financial freedom, right? So you just do it over and do it over and do it over again, right? And the nice thing is you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of properties. If you own properties, great, because you could convert over. If you have rental income, now you can have Airbnb rental income. And one of the things you're going to find is that your Airbnb rental income is typically going to be twice, if not 3 times, the income that you would get from traditional rentals. Now, I've been doing real estate for 30 years. I have a portfolio of commercial properties. I have a portfolio of traditional rental properties, and I have a portfolio of Airbnb properties. And the beautiful thing about Airbnb properties over all of those things is a couple of things. One is that they produce great cash flow. My cash flow comes in every day. My Airbnb cash flow is every day. I mean, they deposit money into my account, electronic funds transfer every day. The second is it's 95% passive income, because I spend about 30 minutes a day with my Airbnb stuff going on my app and managing a few things. So right from my phone, I'm just taking a look on my app. I might be monitoring some things, and I might chime in a little bit every now and then, but about 30 minutes a day, that's pretty much it. And in the one portfolio that I will show you, that one generates for me, the first one that I ever started, that one generates for me about $150,000 a year. And the beauty of it is, I don't even own all of the properties. I own some of them. I started with a couple that I just wanted to test with, but then I went and I started leasing them. So using the Airbnb strategy of rental arbitrage, right? And that's something that if you want to learn more about that, you can go to one of my other videos that I have in the video cheat sheet. So subscribe. I just want to give you the quick rundown so you realize how simple it is. And if you would like more in-depth instruction on some of the other topics that I mentioned, then just go ahead and comment below. In some instances, I already have that in some of my training and some of my free training and in my courses. But in any case, let me give you the quick rundown. First and foremost, you're going to want to go and set up an Airbnb host account, right? And you can get the host account. It takes you literally, it'll take you about 5 minutes to set it up. To set it up, you're going to need to put in your information, your name, your address, your phone number, your email address, and your bank account information. So once you got all that in, then you at least have an account. Then they're going to ask you to put in a bio, and then from there, after you do those things, you're going to be able to start setting up your listings. Now, if you want to set up a host account, it's simple. You can just use the link that I'm showing you here. It should be here or even below in the description. You can go there, you can set up a host account, and it'll also give you some free incentives to do that, all right? So just use that link. It's jimgscoachingclub.com / become a host, right? And so go ahead and use that. Now, as far as your bank account is concerned, you want to get that set up right away, right? So get that done. Why? Because that is going to allow them to begin depositing the money into your account electronically, and all their information is secure. They have, they're a huge company as far as security is concerned. That I've been doing business with them for a couple years now. I've never had an issue with security. The next thing is, though, you're going to want to add some images. So you want to get your listing set up. You want to add some decent images to your listing. You want to be able to describe it properly, and then you're going to pretty much just after you do all that properly, you're going to publish your listing, right? So once you do that, once you publish your listing, now you're live and you can start welcoming guests. Now, what I always tell people is that you want to optimize that listing, because if you want to get pushed up in the Airbnb algorithm, then you want to have a good optimized listing. And optimization basically means having the right photos, good descriptions, having good titles, that type of stuff. So that's what you want to do. We're not going to get into detail about that today either. However, just know that if you weren't perfectly optimized, as long as you're listed, you're still going to get people that are going to want to book. But you want to obviously maximize your ability to do that and not be found on page 10. You want to be on page 1 or definitely on page 1. The beauty of it is when you post your listing the first time, Airbnb gives you that consideration on your first listing, so they push you right away to the top. The question is, will you remain there? And that's what you're going to want to do. So if you want to learn more about optimization, also you can just comment below, and I'll either do some more instruction on it or just point you to one of my videos that we already have. Now, the things that I want to really get into as it relates, though, to you setting up Airbnb in your home, Airbnb in your apartment, and Airbnb in a house, if it's not a place that you actually live in, is the things you're going to really need. And what is that? What you're going to need is you're going to need some basics, right? Your basics are, you're going to need a bed. I typically do it with a full-size bed and or a queen bed. I don't have any king size beds, and of all the beds I have, maybe 10% of them, 5 or 10% are queen. So I do most of my beds with full size beds, right? So far this year, we've done over 4,200. I've hosted over 4,200 nights this year so far, and so we get a lot of guests coming and going. So the key things are what you want to have: a bed, right? A good mattress, box spring that's comfortable, you don't have to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on beds and frames, right? Typically, you should be able to go online with Walmart, get yourself, order a bed, they'll deliver it. If you don't have a place that you know you can get wholesale beds from in your neighborhood, Walmart would deliver your queen size beds and box spring, and you can get the metal frame for usually under 300 bucks, right? You should be able to get it for about 250 bucks with everything. And then same thing with your linens. You can get your linens from Walmart. So you want bed, you want a dresser, and you want just decent lighting. That's it. You want linen for a bedroom, 2 washcloths, 2 towels, and I give them a bar of soap, right? That's what I give them, right? So my guests, they're happy with that. And I always add a little something. My little something is I add sparkling grape juice, and that's their extra gift that they get every time a new guest check in. And it's only a few bucks to get it, and the benefits are far outweigh, the cost, right? So now, here's the big piece though. So for your rooms, that's what you want to have. And I typically, when it comes to dressers, I don't buy brand new dressers, right? My dressers, I will typically have my guys go out and get the dressers from the Goodwill, right? Because you get some pretty decent, slightly used furniture from those places. My beds are always new. My linen's always good, new, clean, and fresh. But my furniture, as far as couches and dressers, they don't have to be. Just slightly, they can be slightly used, and people are going to be fine because they don't know if they're going to be the first guest to ever be there or not unless you tell them. And sometimes I actually do that. I do tell them because you're going to miss some things, and when you do, what it does, it gives you the ability to let the guests know again that they're the first ones, and get their feedback for things that they would recommend you add. Right, and that's kind of how I build. So what we do is we go minimum. We go minimum what you're going to need. I don't try to make the place perfect. I go minimum, and then based on my guest feedback, I'll add. But I'm adding when the cash flow is coming in, right? So I got paid. Now I have the ability to add. I'm not just going into my bank account and getting money to just add before my first guest comes. Why? Because the place will always need more things in my mind. Like it will never be perfect in my mind. So I let them tell me, right? So your basics in your kitchen, you want to same thing. You can go to Walmart. I typically go to Walmart and I'll get a nice set of dishes or even to the dollar store and get some basics. Now, if you own your own home, like if you're doing this from your own place, then you don't have to do that. It's already furnished. If it's from your apartment, it's furnished. But if it's from a house that you have and you may be converting one of your rentals over, then just go out and add some of those things, right? Now, here's the other critical piece. You're going to need a lock on your bedroom door, right? Yours personally, yes, you want to do that for added safety, but more so for the guests. They want a lock and a key for their door. And that's when you're doing the shared housing. And that's probably 95% of all my units are shared housing. And what does shared housing mean? I actually came up with the idea and the thought about it because my homeless ministry for my men and then for my women, it's all shared housing. And so that's how I came up with the idea. Let me test this on Airbnb with guests. It went very well. My daughter said, Dad, it's not going to work, but it went very well. But once I learned more and more about Airbnb, it was a no-brainer. Why? Because most people that are using Airbnb, both on the host side, they are using it just like what I'm teaching you, right, in this video. And that is, they're using it just for some extra income with the extra space that they have in their room. So most people that are using Airbnb that are as guests, they're expecting to come into a home where people actually live there and they're sharing the space, right? So we just took the concept and did something different with it. We said we don't live in the home, but we're gonna have properties, whether they be apartments or homes, where everyone that comes will be Airbnb guests, right? That are coming, usually my niches, coming from out of town. They're business guests, and they're either coming for business purposes or maybe to visit a child at college or, for a hospital, something like that. And and or for work, right? And so what they're doing is they're coming into a space where their room is private, but they share the kitchen, the bath, the living room with other guests just like them that have consideration, that are just looking for a nice, clean space that's affordable, that's safe, that's simple, right? And when you can provide that, you're going to have guests that are just elated. They're happy because that's exactly what they're looking for. It'll also help you getting your ratings, your 5-star reviews. And when you get those, then that also helps with your optimization as well. And if you'd like to know more about really almost how to guarantee you get your 5-star reviews, then again, comment below and let me know, and or check out some of my other videos in the Airbnb video cheat sheet. That's pretty much it, right? That's what you need to know in order to get started with Airbnb. It's pretty simple, right? If this video added, if you got value from this video, I'm gonna ask you again, share, like, and comment. And one of the things that helps me is to subscribe. I have so much more that I'd like to share with you, and a lot of free stuff where you can get your stuff going without having to go out and pay a bunch of money to get stuff done. And you can learn very quickly. If you like the technique that I teach, real simple stuff, then subscribe, and then you'll be able to get more free tips, free Airbnb hosting ideas, in some instances some tricks, right, that I give as an insider, as a super host that does pretty well on Airbnb. So if you've liked, seen, or even subscribed to other channels like GarageMed or Grand Stephan or Robert Iacob or Cashflow Diary or Brian Page or Sean Radzovitz, then that information that I'm giving you is going to be golden for you, okay? Because I really keep it simple, and I don't focus in on too many details unless you comment and ask me you want some more in-depth things, and I can do that for you, okay? So with that said, I want to wrap it up, and as always, thank you and God bless you.